everyone. This is Mitch Wagner from Light Reading. I am at our Network Virtualization and SDN event in beautiful Texas, deep in the heart of Texas, in Dallas in particular. I'm here with Mike Capuano from Pluribus. Welcome. Thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks for having me, Mitch. I appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about who Pluribus is.
Sure. Pluribus is an open networking company. So we are focused on supporting this concept of disaggregation. We make a Linux-based operating system that runs on bare metal or white box switches, and we primarily focus in the data center, so the leaf and spine network of the data center, the things that aggregate all the compute and storage. And in particular, the way we approach things, our architecture is very good at distributed sites. So we see a lot of wins in centralized data centers, but also multi-site data centers, and we're seeing more activity around edge compute now.
Great. So what is the size of your customer base, and what percentage of that roughly is service providers?
We have about, I'd say, a little bit over 240 customers today, and I think 80 of those are production deployments with service providers. A number of them are wins that we've achieved ourselves or directly, and then a number of them are through a large network equipment manufacturer that we have an OEM relationship with, where we're being deployed in mobile cores, primarily for 4G, and now we're starting to be deployed in mobile cores for 5G.
And how do you help those service providers automate their edge compute buildouts?
So right now, the deployments are fairly centralized, and we're deployed either in a central data center or maybe at most a regional data center. But what we're doing with our operating system is we're working on enhancing it for edge compute locations, which is going to be, we think it's going to start with the central office, and we're doing this work both for our partner and for our direct customers. And what we do differently is if you look at deploying out at the edge, it's a much more constrained environment, right, where cost and power and space are paramount. And if you want to actually automate that, you're going to need things like SDN, network virtualization, network analytics. In a traditional centralized data center, those are typically built out on separate servers. And you can have sort of like probes or packet brokers for the network analytics, and sets of servers for SDN and sets of servers for network virtualization. And sometimes you need smart NICs, which is a new thing to accelerate network virtualization. What we do is we say, hey, you've got a fairly powerful bare metal switch with an Intel CPU inside it. Let's leverage that. Let's do some clever stuff with the software so we can actually distribute and run the SDN function, the network virtualization function, the network analytics function on the switch itself that you're deploying anyway, right? And so what that ends up doing is eliminates lots of external hardware and software licenses, so it reduces cost, power, and space in these more constrained environments.
Great. And can service providers save money or make money on their edge deployments?
So our perspective on the edge is it's kind of a second wave of cloud, right? If you look at what happened with service providers in the first wave of cloud, the hyperscalers pretty much dominated, right? The large tier ones took a run at it, made some acquisitions of data center and cloud infrastructure companies, but it was just pretty hard to compete. If you look at edge, they have an advantage. They own real estate. They own central offices. They have base stations. So they have a place where they have differentiation from the hyperscalers. And they may end up partnering with hyperscalers, but where they can deploy infrastructure, and they deploy that infrastructure first to support NFV, right, which is a way of making their network more agile by instantiating things in software instead of hardware appliances. So NFV, then they can offer network as a service, and they can quickly deploy applications to deliver that faster, so faster time to revenue. And then we believe that as they deploy this edge compute, they'll be creating a platform for third-party application developers that they can either monetize directly, or they can partner with an edge aggregator like a Mobile Edge X, who is creating relationships across multiple service providers. And then we think it'll also give them a platform to create sort of industry vertical solutions. You know, with the rise of Internet of Things, there's a lot of opportunity to create, you know, slice the network, slice the compute, slice the storage, create an industry vertical solution, which can be done by the service provider or with partners. And we think they can try these new services and kind of do a fast fail, fast succeed, and make some money there.
Great. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.